Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town Desert Island, where we are still waiting for some resources to come along and do some things. But we do need to do a few other things. We need to store some iron that we're making here, and we also need to build a machine shop, which I don't even know we have, but we don't have yet. Okay, so we're going to get another worker, and you reinforced planks, and we're going to go with iron plates and take iron plates and put them in there because we need some. We need iron plates to be stored elsewhere to do things. We have 20. We can build a machine shop now. Shall we do that? We build our first machine shop, and they're there, and then you can start making rail ties for us. Okay. And then this barn can also have rail ties. Makes sense. And then we'll just turn off this last one. So let's copy this, and let's say you supply him. So you're going to take iron out of there, but you're not going to get stone, you're not going to get wood because you don't have any. That kind of makes sense. Okay, so what we need to do is we need a couple more wagons. Now we don't really have the people for this. This is a bit of a problem. So I'm going to remove you and replace you with a conveyor belt. So that can automatically do what it's doing there. I could replace those with a conveyor belt, but I don't. No, I think it's probably better to leave. Yeah. I've misdone that, haven't I? We need 3. 3 to 1, or was it? Cog gives us 4, doesn't it? So no, it was 4 to 1 because we're doing other things. So right. So what we need to do is we need to get a wagon or 2, and we need to say you are to take. Now, are you getting wood into there, or is it only up here? I think it's only up there. No, you are getting it. No, that's a worker doing that one. Where is this wagon getting it from? He's getting it from the HQ. And the HQ isn't getting any more in, so we need to, because I need to do wood to here, and I need to do stone to here, and then we need another person to take the rail ties out and put them in there. Although we could do that by rotating that around and just putting a conveyor belt in. Oh. You deliver. There you go. I think that will work. We will need to resupply the base with some wood because it's going to run out soon. And we do want to upgrade the base as well, but we need 20 iron for that, so we've got to wait for a bit more iron to come in. Could we upgrade any more houses anyway? We've still got fish going on here. You're doing your thing there, that's fine. I'm going to upgrade one more of these houses, and then I'm going to get another wagon, and that wagon is going to take goods from there to the base. Okay, now you're out of corn because I turned down the people there, so finding the balance is still quite awkward. Not sure why I've got 2 carts doing that. We don't need 2 carts doing that. We've got enough berries there to be selling things, so that'll be fine. That'll be fine, I think. Okay, it's going to take a long time to get rid of all these trees and all this wood here. I might just remove them, but I've been thinking about how I want to build the town here, and I was kind of thinking that it's going to be like the central town here. So like when you come in, you'd come in on by boat, you'd sail in, you'd arrive here, and this is the main town. So this is the port, and then you've got the little mining town off there. You've got someone else off there, someone else off there. Maybe even this will be the port town, and we might even have another town up here for the forestry. That might be something that's done. Just these trees here and these trees here are the forest. So we'll have a couple of houses here with the foresters. But that could already be 2 separate towns. And I was thinking that most ports are pretty much stone. If you imagine this is like the Wild West, so you go along the dirt track, you have the train track coming along here, and you turn up at some Wild West town with a sheriff and the miners going down trying to find gold. But when you first arrive, the cities they're pretty stone made. So I was thinking about getting the stone walls and like building up an actual harbour wall, having it like a couple of tiers, have some houses along the front, put some barns in just for storage, making it look good. But I think we're a little way off that yet, because I need to actually get some iron going, because I want lampposts and I need to kind of figure out what I'm doing here, because landscaping is difficult, because once you do it, it's very easy to break it and very difficult to get it back to the way it was before. But I'm kind of thinking how they'd do it. They would have basically carved out an area in here to have like the town in there, and then you'd have steps that go up to the back to do things, and the train track would be up the back, so the stuff. But then the train tracks would also come down the front. But it doesn't matter. But that's the idea that I'm going to do. I think once we get enough stone going, and I can build some stone walls in quite a large sort of array, we might have a couple of tiers of things here. So we'd actually build like a proper stone dock that would go out and across. Maybe even try and build ourselves a boat somehow. I don't know how I'd even remotely build a boat, because there are no like solid wooden blocks. I suppose we could build it as scaffold and pretend it's a boat. I like that idea. Build a dock and have a boat made of scaffold, so it's like it's in the middle of being built. I like that idea. Am I creative enough to do that? Well, I can think it. Can I actually make it? That's a completely different matter. Okay, we can upgrade the base. Let's do this. Let's upgrade the base to tier 4. We have more houses. We have the apothecary. And we have medicine research. Okay. Now we need blue coins. We're not getting any blue coins in at the moment. So that's okay, because I kind of don't want to go any further until we've done the medicine and steam power. I'm going to research them, but I don't think we're going to use steam power. Might put a steam plant down here, like on the front, because it looks like the sort of building that go there. Don't know. We will want deep mining at some point, but not right now. What we actually want right now is a mine, an actual proper mine to mine the goods out. And we need 20 rail ties and 40 reinforced planks, and we're nowhere near that. We're nowhere near that. I need to increase production. That's the problem. Our city needs more production. How are we doing on stone? 470. How much does this need to make a stone? It's 4. So I could put down 100 stone blocks. Right. Give me a moment to have a look at how I want to do things here. I won't do it off camera. I will build it on camera, but I just want to brainstorm for a little bit to figure out exactly how I'd want this to be. So we shall be right back. Okay, so I went Googling, trying to look at some pictures of like old port towns to try and find out what I kind of wanted to do, and couldn't find anything that fits what I wanted until I remembered about Anno 1800. I don't know if any of you have played that game, but it's got some fantastic abilities to build ports and docks and all sorts of stuff with it. I was like, that's the kind of thing I wanted. So I have all the blocks down here that you can do to build things. The only thing I kind of wish you had was stone stairs. You don't. You have a road ramp. There's no stone stairs. So may have to suggest that. That seems quite easy, just a recolouring of the stairs. Yeah, because the road ramp still, for some bizarre reason, only takes 4 to build, yet has wood on the side rather than being made of stone. I don't understand that one. It's a bit weird. And not only does it have wood on the side, it's different colour wood to the standard stuff. So don't know about that. That's a bit weird. But yeah, so you, I'm afraid, are going to have to stop. I'm gonna leave these trees here for a minute. We might cut into them, but we're gonna leave them there for the minute. This is a sort of building that does fit the dock, so we will be using that one. But we'll see how this works. So we're gonna move that over there. It doesn't need to be connected to fish. You can just fish up from anywhere. You can drop that off in there, and then you can go over there. Okie dokie. And we'll remove this for the minute here, because I have an idea. Basically we want some docks going out. I don't know what they're called. I'm sure somebody would know. But we want to basically kind of pave off this area and have the dock and the building sort of on there, and then as you go back into the town it will go up in tiers, and you'd have like industrial buildings at the front, some houses behind it, maybe some houses above. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiers. I might cut this back so it goes up to back up to I think yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna move this crate up to here, just to get it out of the way. And I'm gonna leave the game going. I'm gonna remember to unpause it and not keep it paused. So I should probably also put my tools. I want flatten down there because that's the biggest one to use, and we'll do terrain block up as well. Remove resources would probably be useful as well. That'll do. That's kind of filled that entire one up there. Awesome. So if I wanted to flatten this back, say there, and flatten that one back. There we go. So that's now 2 tiers high. We might just level that out, because I kind of imagine that you was building a dock, you would do that. Why did that do that? Oh, because it's quite steep. Okie dokie. Oh, this is where it becomes a little complicated to build this sort of thing, because you have to get a smooth angle like that, as you saw. You've got to kind of level out this one and then level the one above it. So if I run this one back to there, it's fine because it's too steep. Because it's only going up one at a time. But if I do it there, you see it changes colour, because that is steep. That's going up by 2 levels in one go. So we need to level it out here on this level, and then come in above and do that. It's all pretty straightforward. I'm sure you all understand how it works, but I shall show you just in case. Here we go. Can go in, and if I go too far back one, it's awkward because you've got to bring it down one at a time. So I'm trying to not do that. There, like so. So this comes in, goes up by 2, comes in, goes up by 2, and then we've got one more up here. So that's fine. That's fine. All our industrial buildings can kind of go here. I've just realised I've got that wrong. I've kind of got that wrong because I want all my industrial buildings to be on a dock here. And they want to be one high. Yeah. Yeah, and you'll see, right, let's build this one out here that I was going to do. So we'll build a block out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think 15 looks good. And we need to do it all the way down to the floor to make it look good. I might make it 3 wide. We can then make it hollow, and that wouldn't be a big problem. I think 3 wide would probably make sense. This is where you end up using way more stone than you imagined. Boom, there we go. And that actually wants to go higher than that, so let's remove tricks of the trade. Use as few blocks as possible. You can make it solid if you want to, of course, but I don't think we need to. So they work like that. And then what we do is we would have our support blocks around the outside. I'm going to go every 2. Sort of thing you can't really see, but doesn't matter. It's we know it's there, so we know it's. Ooh. We know it's important. Oh, there you go. Very easy to drag there. I should use the numbers. That would make life so much easier for me. Right, and then we can just build stairs going down, can't we? We can do like that and that. There you go. And then anyone can get down here stairs and get to harvesting the fish if they want to. I think this one's not going to come back quite as far. Yeah, I think we'll do that with this one. So we go boom, boom. That's going to be the stairs, and then that one there. There we go. Little dot coming down, and then people could come down here and see things, and there might be, you know, a building or something. We could put a silo there, I suppose, just as a whatever. You know, it's a thing that stores something. What should we give it? I just want to make sure it stores something that doesn't go terribly wrong for us. Sellable goods. That could be terrible. That could actually have anything stored in it at all. So, Omni Temple offerings is something that's. We'll just filter it for whatever, and then I think we can just turn off that one there, and then yeah, then it's a dead thing. It doesn't actually store anything in it, so yeah, just purely for looks, that sort of thing there. Just purely for looks. We would dredge this out slightly, I think. And we pretty much have a dock. Oh, and we're out. There we go. We're out. That's what I was kind of thinking was going to happen. We need way more stone. Way more stone than what we've got. But the idea would be that we would have this dock here. I'm I'm kind of thinking the stone wall is I like it, but I might change it to be more of this wooden things all the way around. Just purely because we have these wooden stairs, and although that does kind of fit actually, so that's not too bad. So yeah, then we're gonna have this like paved off here with some barns and things on it to look good, and the fishing hut wants to sit in the water obviously, but can't because it's. I'll put you there. Oh no, you've got to be pretty much on the edge, haven't you? So yeah, so the fishing dock would probably sit on the stone wall. It's got to be here. Let's move that just so I can put in the wall. There. Can you? You can quite happily sit on that stone wall. If we did that, oh, we'd run out again. No, we need so much more stone. So much more stone. And then put you on there. That does work. That does work. You can still fish. That's cool. That's cool. What if I put you at the end of one of these docks? Can you? No, you can't fish. That's too high. You need to be one lower. Okay. Okay, that's fine. But you could happily sit like in that corner. And that would come out that far. We could in fact just drop that down, but from what I've seen, a lot of the docks are higher because when ships would come in, they would more up to the side of them, and they are much higher than the water. They're not on the water's edge. So, I mean, even we haven't got boats yet. I don't think. Got any boats? Oh, we have, but we need a person for them. But oh, there's lots of fish. There we go. We'd have them out doing things, but yeah. I'd imagine they would be. A fishing boat was only be one tile, so it's going to work there. But a large ship would be higher. So if we had a ship moored up here, it would be higher for this here. That would make sense. I'm thinking I'm going to remove that. I'm going to get rid of that. And we're going. Oh, got rid of a block on the bottom there. Don't want that. Nope, don't want to do that. And what we're going to do is we are going to have it come up back here. Like that. There we go. That's for fishing boats to moor onto, where the fish are. That makes sense. And this is for other ships can actually moor here, and then we'll have the fishing dock sort of on the side, I suppose. We could have potentially put them over here, where the fish are. That would probably make more sense. Put them over here where the fish are, and then have the dock come out as well. We could put them on a wooden dock. That would work. Decision, but you'll see. Obviously, I'm trying to sort of make it up as I go and try and make it look interesting, but it's a lot more difficult to imagine how it would be. Simply because I don't know exactly what it would have been like back here. I'm not. We could put a road in there. That wouldn't really hurt that much. I'm going to flatten that corner down though, I think. Make that a. Ooh, I don't know if I can. Can I? Oh no. No, apparently not. Okay, that's fine. can do that sort of thing, and remember the right click remove stuff and doesn't move the camera. And then you can be moved onto there, like so. And the ramps look really weird and do not fit anything else at all, so I'm not going to use them. We're just going to use the wooden stairs. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think I should build this all out of wood instead of the stone? Build the dock out of wood and then maybe use the stone up here for the ground. Because I haven't done this wrong actually, now I think about it, because we're going to... if we stone off this here, and then put barns on there, for instance, we want to go one higher so it looks like there's an actual wall there. That would be the wall where boats would come up, and then boats would come up there as well. And then we'd put a barn on there. Let's grab a barn. Can I find one? This one. We'd have a barn set on there. Probably facing the other way, but this would go all the way up to here. We'd run out again. Maybe they'd be a bit further back there because there'd be space for the dock there. And then we'd have the wooden stairs going up by 2, and then we'd have more stone here, blow up with some houses on it. You know, like there'd be a front here, and we put a wall in the front. Maybe put some benches in front of the people's houses. Probably put a fence along there. Kind of would like an actual wall. Oh, excuse me. I would like an actual wall instead of a wooden fence. We could put some stone benches down in places, put some flowers and other wooden benches in places. There's no reason why. Couldn't have a bit of a wooden bench. Come and see the sights. Sit down on the wooden bench. Put down a lamppost. I do like that they actually do produce light. That is really cool. I like that. Maybe the actual lamppost should be there. That sort of thing. You know, I really think this should be 4 wide now. But 3 wide's fair enough, you know. But that sort of thing, you know, just building something that looks a bit, that has no purpose, just looks good, looks fine. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is it goes down to wooden steps, but then these wouldn't be wooden steps. This would all be paved right up to the edge here, and then the wooden steps would just connect the 2 layers. And I like that it sits back a little bit, because then we can put a wooden fence along and you don't have to worry about it so much. And then you can put in some seating or something like that. Some stone benches even. The stone benches don't really look like stone fences, so yeah, do that and then put in some lampposts as you go. We don't have to worry about our citizens falling off things, but obviously you wouldn't want them falling down, so you do that. Maybe in fact this wall should come back right back to there. Realistically, and it should just be a sheer wall with this stairs coming up in it a little bit. And then on this side of the fence we could put the odd bench and things, and yeah, that sort of aesthetic is what I'm going for. I just need lots and lots more stone, which means I kind of want to get the driller. Where is the harvester drill? We can actually use the harvester drill. We just need gears and iron wheels. Well, we can make them. We can technically make them. I bet we even got enough to make a mine. We got way loads to make a mine, so we can change this up as well here. So let's do that. Let's change this up, because that's there. So we'll change that up. We'll change that to be an actual mining town. So I'll put a mine in. that can mine, like just a mine there and go down. That will do the iron and mine leaf. The question is that does it destroy the resources on the surface if it has the underground deep mining? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Kinda hope it doesn't. I know it destroys them if you just put a mine on the surface and let it mine all the surface nodes up. I know that goes, but then if you get the deep mining one, doesn't deep mining research allow you to replenish as well? Isn't that part of the deep mining thing? It can produce resources from depleted nodes. And we have ore prospector, which allows us to place things. So maybe if it goes, I mean, having things on the surface doesn't really make sense anyway, because they would be kind of underground. But as you can see here, this is being used up and leaves this marks on the floor. Now what I kind of like the idea of is if we used all this up here, you'd put the mine in the center of that mark and it would like be a grey area around the mine. That I kind of like. It represents that this is a pit. Possibly even put the mine like on the top and then dig a hole down there to represent that it's a mine. We have mined out something here. That'd be quite cool. But yeah, we will see, I suppose. Let's connect our road back up to there, because that's kind of the best I can do right now. Oh no, don't have any more. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll remove this here because we don't need that, and put those in. And we probably don't need that barn there, but it can stay there for the time being. And oh, you're actually going up to the wrong. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put the crate there, and then we'll tell you to grab from there and put into fish. There we go. And you can make that path. That's fine. You've got to go up and around at the minute, but and they do move at higher speed on these as well. You'll notice here, it moves much quicker on these. They are considered roads. So yeah, that'd be the idea. It'd be the town on the seafront, where the goods you can imagine would be shipped in. The people first come in here would have you know, silos and barns around, and would all be paved off and would look pretty good. We might even move the actual base down here as well, because it's kind of a manor house. It would look like it would be the central piece when you come in, and then the town would be behind it, have a couple of houses, you know, the 10 houses, maybe the odd couple more, don't know, depends on how we go. Then we'd come up and have a small forestry area with a couple of houses, and then over here we've got a mining area with a couple of houses, and then we go over there. Let's buy these 2 tiles, and then that's where we're gonna bring this to a close. So we found our earth temple. Awesome. I don't know where like our manor area is going to be, or our farms. Farms is the big one. It needs a lot of flattish land. I'm kind of thinking down one of these, and this just could be like a corn farm along here. We can even put it here. This would work. You know, bit of all. Once we get the mining drill, we'll be kind of free for that. So I might get you to also make gears and iron wheels. I know it's a big ask, but hopefully it'll be fine. So let's do that, and let's change this to be rail tie only. Good. There we go. Thank you. Then we're going to get another barn here with 2 conveyors, and you're going to be filtered to iron wheel and gear, and then turn those off like so. There we go, gear. There we go, iron wheel. Awesome. We can get our first mining harvest the drill very soon. Hopefully, it needs 2 people, so we need to put down some more houses. But that's fine. But yeah, that's kind of the idea I'm going with, is to build things that they have function, they are doing things, but like this area here wouldn't really have any major function. There'd be empty barns for no reason. We put in a market above and have the train line behind it, and that will deliver to the places. Maybe we'll use the barns for something, I don't know. You know, I like the idea of that. I like the look of it. You know, it has no purpose, but it looks good. And that is its purpose, and that will do. So that's where we'll leave this one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.